So firstly, we've got Chris Ridgway.
Hopey, how are you?
I'm good, mate. Are you?
Yeah, very good. Thank you, mate. 5-5 Leeds derby this weekend. How excited are you?
I'm excited. It's the first time actually boxing in my hometown since being 14, so I'm looking forward to putting on a good performance.
It's some card as well. Is this the kind of thing I guess you would dream about as a young fighter coming through?
Definitely. My dream is to headline these shows one day, but being on the undercard at this stage of my career is where I want to be. So I like being on these big shows. I'm lucky to be able to say that I boxed on some big shows already as a professional, but this one's a bit extra special because it is in my hometown, and I think the atmosphere is going to be electric this weekend.
Josh Warrington headlining. Just if you would just talk a little bit about Josh Warrington and how much you've looked up to him or taken inspiration from him, however you choose to word it. What impact has he had on your life as a boxer?
As coming through, I was only a kid when he started coming through. So just to watch him bring big time professional boxing back to the city, there wasn't one before him. So he's the first, and he's brought attention to boxing in Leeds City and being Leeds' first world champion. And he's made all the eyes go to boxing on this town. So it's been a massive part of my career, because now he's set that there, and I want to go on and be a world champion just like him. So he's opened the door for us young fighters in Leeds.
You're certainly in good hands, looking to kind of go down that path. I just want to speak about Dave Coldwell for a moment, if you would. What's it like working with Dave, someone who's been there and done it right at the very top?
He's got all the experience in the world. He's been there, he's done it, and I've come on so much as a fighter under the past 2 years under Dave Coldwell, and I believe it's the perfect match for me, and we've got a very good relationship, and I believe together we'll go to the top.
Do you have a kind of a roadmap or a plan or a vision for the next 6 months? I know every fighter will always say they're not looking past any opponent, but do you have a kind of vision as to where it's going?
I never look past any opponent. As I said, I only boxed 2 weeks ago, and I wasn't looking past him either. I concentrate on the next fight as always, but just keep stepping up, just keep winning, keep stepping up, and gradually, before you know it, I'll be there contesting for some big titles.
Appreciate it, mate. All the best for Saturday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. If you go to Ben McKenna next, please.
Hi, Hopey. Just wondering what's kind of behind you fighting so soon again after only having that fight earlier this month.
I was actually scheduled to be boxing on this lead show before I was on fight camp. I think I was going to be boxing my opponent that I'm boxing this time around on fight camp, but it made more sense to do it at Leeds, as we're both from Leeds. So as a young fighter, especially with being in COVID, I ain't being able to box as often as I'd like. And as a young fighter, I believe I just want to keep busy. Activities key. I actually never boxed before 2 weeks ago for 6 months, and I like to get in there, and I like to box. So I believe for me, I'm always in the gym. I'm always ready. So I like to box as often as possible. So for me, that's why I took this fight.
And are you looking forward to that step up in the length of the fight, going from 6 to 10 rounds? How do you feel you're going to kind of deal with that?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Actually, 2 weeks ago, it was scheduled to be an 8-rounder. It got changed the day before to a 6. But you've just got to adapt and deal with what comes. And now it's a 10-rounder. I think now you'll start to see the best of me. As the longer the distance the fight goes on, the better me you'll see, because I've got more time to do what I need to do.
Being a Leeds lad, have you spent much time down at Headingley before or anything?
Yeah, I actually been going to Headingley since being a young kid. I remember I used to go. My family's quite big into rugby, so I used to go watch the Leeds Rhinos play as a kid, and it's going to be a special night to finally get to box in Headingley Stadium. It's something I'll never forget. And
I'm sure your family are looking forward to being in the stands to see you there.
A bit of local support. They haven't been fans allowed for 2 years, and so it's good to get them back. And especially with it being at home, I think that I'll have a lot of support there on Saturday night.
And just finally, have you come across Syed much, with you both being from Leeds? Do you kind of know each other at all?
Not really. No, I haven't really seen much of him. I haven't really seen him. He's a bit older than me though, so that's probably why. But yeah, we've never really crossed paths that much. But like you say, he's a local lad, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of local eyes watching this fight the weekend.
Brilliant. Thanks very much and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ben. If we go to Steve Jones next, please.
Hi, Hopey. I was just wondering, just following on from what you told Ben, did you feel there was any ring rust last time out, given that you hadn't boxed for 6 months?
I wouldn't say ring rust, no, but it is a lot different. I think you can spar and spar as much as you want, and you can be in the gym and say you're ready, but it's nothing quite like the whole fight week and the whole build up and having to do the weight and then under the bright lights and perform under that little bit more pressure. But I think I didn't think there was any ring rust there, but I think you will see a better performance from me this Saturday than you did 2 weeks ago.
What was your assessment of that fight?
I feel it was a good performance. I think not many young fighters, knowing they had a fight planned in 2 weeks' time, would have took that sort of opponent. He was unbeaten. He was coming to win himself, and he was tough, you know. But I just felt like I'd done what I needed to do against him, and I feel if that fight was 8 rounds, which it should have been, then I would have got him out of there.
Dereck Chisora's back at Coldwell's gym. What's it been like just training with him over the last few weeks?
Oh, he's good. He's good. He's good to be back. I think the fighters we've got in the gym, the experience they've got for a young fighter like myself, I can pick their brains and only learn from that. So it's very good having him in the gym and being able to train around Dereck Chisora.
What's he like?
He's good. I like him. He's got a good personality in the gym, and yeah, I think it's good to have him back, and I think you're going to see a better Dereck Chisora anyways next time he's fighting. So he's looking good.
All right. How many more times do you expect to be out before the end of the year?
Probably once again before the end of the year. I'd like to get this fight out the way, and I'd have a couple of weeks off because I've done back-to-back camps this time. So I'd have a couple of weeks off, get straight back into the gym, and get out once before the end of the year.
Just a final one. Did you get much time off after 2 weeks ago?
Can I hear that again? Sorry.
Did you get much time off after your last fight?
No, I went straight back into camp. So I took a couple of days off just to rest, and straight back into the gym, straight back sparring, and preparing for my next task ahead on Saturday night.
All right. Thanks for your time. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. If we go to Jonathan next, please.
How's it going, Hopey?
You?
Good, mate. I know you're only 5 fights into your career, but I remember speaking to you just before you debut in Manchester. How's sort of the transition been over since then to now? How do you think you've changed both in and out of the ring?
I think I'm just a lot more comfortable with everything. I think experience is something you can't buy, something you've just got to learn. And luckily enough, I've been around a lot of good fighters over the past 2 years and a lot of good people. And I think I've picked it up quicker than the usual prospect would. And I'm enjoying it. I think the pro game definitely suits me a lot better.
Dave's spoken for a while about Zahid Hussein as a potential opponent. He is, got considerable experience, but I'm sure he wouldn't have mentioned the name if he didn't think this was the right time for you. No,
definitely not. I think the steps that I'm going to need to take is these fighters are going to have more experience than me. Me only being young and me only having 5 fights, but I believe that the opponents I'm picking is the perfect time for my career, and I believe that I can not only beat Zahid Hussein the weekend, I believe I do it in a very good style, and that's what I intend to do.
How do you think you're going to sort of adapt to the crowd? I mean, I don't know what time you'll be on, but you've been behind closed doors in small crowds. Do you think it'll be quite different, especially early on?
Not really. I sort of like the pressure. I enjoy the pressure. So for me, the bigger the occasion, the bigger the crowd, the better it is for me. I think the better performance it'll bring out in me.
Look forward to it. Cheers, Hopey.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's everything for the questions. We'll just wait one moment just to see if any last ones come in, Hopey.
No problem.
No, I think that's everything, mate. So we'll see you up in Leeds later this week, mate. Appreciate your time.
Okay. Thank you. See you in a bit.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.